What's going on, Team Icon, and welcome to another live stream. Actually, a rerun of last night's live stream because I did have a serious case of brain fog, and after reviewing last night's live stream, I realized I did not do the best job that I could. I was actually back and forth on my notes, and I did not present that properly. So today's topic is going to be about how to take proper progress photos, okay? Because this is something that hindered my personal documentation of my own personal fitness journey that I wish I could have, learned earlier and implemented earlier. So for starters, when you're taking progress photos, we're going to chalk it up to three main points, okay? Time of day, location, like your setting, and lighting, right? Now, if you remember from last night's live stream, I did still have my my ring light set up above, kind of like, to act as the sun, but it is brighter in my office now this morning. So we'll see the contrast, because I did snap a screen cap of my progress photos from last night after a full day of eating, full day of stress, after training, and just seeing how much inflammation was actually already in my body. But before I do that, I want to tap into the first of the 3 points that I made about taking proper progress photos, and that's going to be time of day, okay? So in regards to time of day, I always suggest to take your progress photos first thing in the morning, maybe not immediately upon waking, but at least, let's say within 1 to 2 hour time frame of waking. And I say not immediately after waking because when you wake up, you've probably felt this before where you're like, you're still half asleep, you're still kind of groggy, and your body's still taking the time to wake up. And in that time frame, you might still be retaining some water from the day before. So wait until you're fully awake, but take the progress photos before your first meal. For instance, now I'm completely fasted. And again, we're going to see the contrast between last night and this morning in the difference in my physique, right? The second is location, okay, or setting. You want to keep that as consistent as possible. Wherever you are going to choose to take your first progress photos, whatever attire you're wearing, whatever place in your house or in your gym or wherever you take them, you want to keep that consistent, okay? Now, even if it's not the exact same clothes that you're wearing every single time, you want to make sure they're very similar in nature and they kind of showcase your physique the same way, okay? Now, third of all is lighting, which also ties in to the time of day of which you take the progress photos. Because earlier on in the day, preferably in the morning, you're going to have much more natural light, which again is going to accentuate your physique much more, okay? Rather than you trying to take them later at night when, there's not much lighting, unless you have like a setup where you can actually synthetically replicate that natural lighting. It becomes very difficult. But a quick rule of thumb, if you do have to, for whatever reason, take your progress photos at night, try to position yourself behind the light above you, okay? So not directly below. Imagine if this is the light. Okay, I'm going to come from the side here. Imagine if this is your light. You don't want to be directly below. You actually want to be just behind, okay? Because if you're directly below, there's going to be way too much shadowing going on, and it could skew the actual progress photo itself. But the second you step behind, it's going to give you enough light and shadow to really accentuate your progress photos. So, without further ado, this is how I'm looking in the morning, fasted, okay? After no eating, right? I've had my coffee, my black coffee, so I'm a little bit tighter and dehydrated, but I'm just going to get the clip so I can stitch them side by side. Now, when you do take your progress photos, make sure you're taking head to toe, and whatever you're choosing to wear, do try to showcase your legs, especially for my guys out there. We do want to see, your legs are a part of your body, and you want to see if you're dropping body fat percentage in your legs, okay? Secondly, when you do take your progress photos, make sure you have good posture. You don't necessarily have to flare your lats like I am. That's just something that I personally do because I am watching the progress on my lats to see if they grow. But one thing you do want to do, I suggest you do, is flex, okay? So keep everything tense when you are taking your progress photos, even if you are higher in the body fat percent range, because you flexing in your progress photos is essentially you contracting your muscle mass, your muscle on your body, right? And as you come down in body fat percentage, because you're flexing in your progress photos, you'll be able to see more, right? You'll be able to tell, you'll actually be able to identify your progress if you're making any, okay? And if you're not flexing, it's not, it's not the end of the world, but this is an example. Bringing it back, I should have done this before I sat down. When I'm not flexed, right, versus when I'm flexed. And you can see my abs. Although, like, mind you, I'm about 10 pounds over my quote-unquote goal weight right now. So I'm a little bit overweight, right? I want to be around 150. I'm sitting in, this morning I clocked in at 161.8. So I'm 10 pounds over my actual desired weight. But me flexing will still show what my body is currently looking at in regards to lean muscle tissue and body fat, okay? And then as you come down, you will be able to see more of the lean muscle tissue. And you flexing will allow you to be able to identify that. So that concludes today's live. I do feel like this was a much better run than yesterday because like my brain was fuzzy as hell. And if you tuned into the live last night, you probably would have caught wind of that. I don't know if it was something I ate or if I didn't have enough water, which no, it wasn't the water, so it must have been something I ate. I don't know. Anyways, the perfectionist in me came out and I wanted to get this done properly so that, the lesson was effective, especially for those of you who are going to watch it on the replay. So without further ado, coach is logging off. Thank you for tuning in. For anybody who tuned in live, for the rest of you, do catch the replay, because this might seem minuscule, but I promise you, on a long enough time horizon, further down your fitness journey, you're going to wish you took your progress photos properly and consistently, okay? But for now, coach logging off. Peace, love, we got the hearts, and all the protein. May the gains be with you.